Sunday, January 14th, 2024. We are at block height 825,821. TikTok next block. Guys, should you trade your Bitcoin in for fiat currency, or what I like to call cuck bucks? The reason why I call US dollars cuck bucks, and again, it is the strongest currency in the world. It is the, how do they say it? The cleanest shirt in the dirty hamper. I like to say it's the best crack house on the crack street. The reason why I call fiat currency cuck bucks, because you got to be a cuck to hold those bucks. Now, it's just, if you saving that stuff in US dollars, and I save in US dollars short term, but if you're saving in US dollars, you got to be a cuck to do that, man, which that's what they want to turn us into, by the way, all men. But that's for another video. I think one of the main reasons why the price of Bitcoin has gone down or whatever is because a lot of people are trading, in and out of Bitcoin, and people are taking quote unquote profits and then putting it into better assets with the fiat currency, or just keep it in fiat currency or buy things. But again, what is a better asset than Bitcoin? Just tell me, do you think you trading in Bitcoin for gold and silver is a good idea? Because what you're saying is gold and silver is better than Bitcoin. That's what you're saying. But what you're saying to me is I don't understand Bitcoin. And that's okay. I'm not making fun of you about that. You got to look at Bitcoin kind of like New York City back in I think it was the 1700s when it went up for sale, right? And those certain parcels and, little land was for sale. And there's not a lot of land in New York City. The reason why New York City is so expensive to live there, because so many people want to live there in such a small space. They literally have to build up because there's not any more land to provide for people to live. And back in the days, the reason why it was so, expensive, or people wanted it so bad, is because it wasn't expensive back then, but is because where it's located. It's on the East Coast. It's got the Atlantic Ocean right there. It was good for ports and stuff, and it was just great. They built the probably the greatest city in the world right there in that time. But could you imagine back then buying New York City, lands of, parts of New York City? People that own buildings and own city blocks and stuff like that, they don't sell in New York City, guys, because there's not a lot to go around. Just like in Malibu, California. The reason why Malibu is so expensive, because it is desired high-end real estate, because it's right there on the beach. That's why a lot of rich people in that land rich people live there, and that land is so expensive because it's rare, right? If you buy a regular standard house in a regular neighborhood, those houses are everywhere. You can get that anywhere. Just like that's how I compare gold and silver to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is New York City or Malibu or some kind of expensive real estate, and gold and silver is just like a regular house to me. It just is. You can build more. I'm not saying you can build more gold and silver, but you definitely can find more gold and silver. And there are people that have it in jewelry and coins. They have it in spoons and utensils and stuff like that. And there's, silver everywhere. And again, is it more rare than fiat currency or cuck bucks? Of course it is, of course. But compared to Bitcoin, and that's what the lens I look from is Bitcoin and Satoshis. And Satoshi is a divisible unit of Bitcoin, just like a penny is. There's 100 pennies in a dollar. A Satoshi is a unit, the smallest unit of Bitcoin, 100 million of them. I measure my worth in that, my net worth in Satoshis. And when I look at gold and silver, which I had first, I had to realize, holy crap, these gold and silver coins are just like regular mom and pop houses that are popping up everywhere. Guys, if you go to a gold and silver shop right now, they have plenty. There's plenty of it. You know what I mean? That's why the prices, they can manipulate the prices all they want and everything else. We can say it's manipulated, but at the end of the day, everything's about supply and demand. Even with the manipulation of the paper from the Crimex and everything else, if everybody went into the coin shops and started buying silver coins and gold coins and bullion and constitutional silver and started buying all the gold jewelry and stuff like that, they'd have to raise the price because the demand went up and the supply of it in the stores would go down, and they would try to have to find it in the mines and stuff like that. But that's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not. The reason why Bitcoin is up over, 400 something thousand% or whatever it is from in the beginning, it went from 0 to 40 something thousand, is because there's a limited supply, right? There's a cap on the supply. There is a limitless supply of gold and silver in comparison. Now, I'm not trying to make this into a bashing of a gold and silver thing, but obviously my channel is based on a lot of precious metal guys. And with this Bitcoin ETF now hitting and all this money coming in, and you see the traders coming in, trading this asset for cuck bucks. Again, guys, study Bitcoin. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Whatever you consider your money is, whether it's fiat currency or ammo or food or real estate or gold or silver, whatever you consider what money is, at the end of the day, you can't judge a new system from an old system. And Bitcoin is the new system. Whether you know that or not, those are just facts. So again, guys, to answer the question, should you trade Bitcoin for cuck bucks? I think you know where I stand on that. But again, this is not financial advice. It's your money. You do what you want. But again, study Bitcoin. And I guarantee you will not find a better asset or a better store of energy, in my opinion, than Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.